Hey guys, I'm glad you're here. Today's project is this 4-cycle Troybilt XP trimmer, and the problem is that while it was running, it suddenly stopped. Let's see if we can figure out what happened to it, and hopefully we can fix it. In this video, we repair this trimmer, but this fix may not be the one that you need for yours. We'll explore other options later in the video. So the story is that they were using the trimmer and then it suddenly stopped and they couldn't get it started again. Let's not waste any time and get to diagnosing this trimmer. Let's pull on the rope a little bit and check for some compression. Well, that's not a good sign at all. These are usually pretty easy to pull over, but this one's a lot easier to pull over than normal. Since this engine has valves, I want to check to see if there's a problem with the valve lash, and that way we can see if there's a cam problem at the same time. So here's the valve cover, and we're going to need to remove that and the spark plug wire so we can get a clear view of what's going on. So I'm going to pull on the rope and see if the rocker arms move like they're supposed to. Well, they seem to be working just fine, so let's check the valve lash. We're going to need to remove the spark plug, and then using a screwdriver we'll put it into the spark plug hole to find out when the piston is up in its furthermost position. So here's our first problem. The ground strap is touching the electrode on the spark plug, which would definitely stop an engine. But we've got to ask if the piston made contact with it. With the screwdriver in the spark plug hole, turn the engine by hand and watch for it to move out of the hole, and then stop when it's the furthest position away from the engine. With the piston at the top of its travel, we can then use a feeler gauge set to 5/1000ths of an inch to check to see if the valve lash is correct. So the 5/1000ths of an inch shim will not slide under the rocker arm, so that means that the valve lash is less than 5/1000ths of an inch. So what we need to do is loosen the rocker arm nut and then slide the shim under the arm and then carefully tighten the nut until the shim just drags under the arm. I went ahead and fixed the spark plug ground strap and then reinstalled it back into the engine. Now let's put some gas into the fuel tank, prime the fuel system, and try starting it. If your primer bulb doesn't fill up with gas, then there might be a carburetor problem. Well, I hate to say it, it didn't start, but the compression didn't get any better either. I'm a little worried now. I'm going to use the Jumpstart electric starter to make this a whole lot easier this time. That's definitely something that you don't want to hear. This engine was turning over like normal and then it suddenly lost all compression. I wonder if the connecting rod is broken inside. We can still check that though by using the screwdriver in the spark plug hole again. Slowly spin the engine, and strangely enough it looks like the connecting rod is still connected because you can see the piston moving up and down. Now I did check the oil to make sure it was at the right level, and there's plenty of oil in here. Okay, so obviously there's an internal problem that has caused the loss of compression. This engine is technically beyond repair, but I would like to know what happened to it. So my question to you is, Would you like to see a video where I disassemble this engine and find out what went wrong, or is it even worth it? Thank you for watching. I really appreciate your time. Please feel free to ask any questions, and I hope to see you in my next video.